I am so excited. I've been waiting 2 weeks for this to come into mail. I met this Hollywood actor on the plane and I asked him for a hat, and I believe that's what's in this box. We're going to have the big reveal here in just a few seconds. But let me give you the backstory. We were heading from Greenville to Dallas, and as we were getting on the plane, I was sitting down. My wife told me, said, "Hey, there's this guy up here with this hat that has blazing saddles on it." And I was familiar with the movie from 50 years ago. And so after everybody got placed on the plane, I went up and I wanted just to talk to him at his hat because it was so unusual. And so everyone sat down, and then I just made my way up toward the front, and I got to him, and he's an older man, let's say, and he was also sleeping. So this was a little bit risky on my part. I wasn't quite sure how this was going to go. And so I tapped him on the shoulder. There was a ride-along pilot sitting beside him, so I reached over, tapped him on the shoulder, and said, "Hey, I like your hat." And he said to me, "Do you know who gave it to me?" Well, of course, I didn't. He said Mel Brooks, the director, actor, writer, etc., gave him that hat, Blazing Saddles, and he was also in the movie. And so when he said that, I looked at him real close, and it's like, oh, I know who you are. I can see the resemblance of the gentleman, one of the actors in the movie. So we talked for a little bit, and then the flight attendant came by and said, "You're going to have to take your seat because we got to fly this plane." And so I went and sat down, but I told Lucia, I said, as soon as we get to Dallas, I'm going to get to him as quick as I can because I've got questions. I want to talk to him. And so anyway, all the way to Dallas, I noticed, sitting like 10 rows back, that he talked the entire time. He has words, a 2-hour trip, and I don't think he stopped talking the whole time. He is that kind of person, very outgoing, very encouraging, a lot of enthusiasm, and I found out he's 87 years old. He has more energy than I do. His name is Burton Gilliam, by the way. And so as the plane landed in Dallas, I got off as quick as I could. There he was, standing in the airport, talking to his wife, and so I waited on him. He was super gracious, just amazingly gracious, and of course we got our pictures made with him, and so I thought that was it. So we went and found our next connection, and once we got settled in, I went to the restroom, and sure enough, there he was again. This is the third meeting I had with him, and so as we were standing there in the restroom, I began to give him my testimony about how God saved me and so forth, and what we do here at Life Over Coffee. And again, super encouraging and inquisitive about our ministry. Told me that he was a Christian as well. And so I just went ahead and rolled the sovereign dice and said, "I would really like to have that hat that you're wearing." And he said he would get me one. And so that's the story, and this is where we are today. We have been emailing back and forth because he was praying for our trip, actually, what we were doing in Dallas. We were meeting with some folks and just had some good meetings down there. The Lord did some good things. Not in Dallas, actually. That was our connection. So here we have it. I haven't seen this. This is the big reveal, the Blazing Saddles hat. He's got a note here. It says, "Hi, Rick. I've been on the injured reserve list the past 5 days. I've had the first part of implants, the dental kind, last Friday, and there's been some discomfort, but I'm on the mend now." So here's the Blazing Saddles cap. Sorry it has taken me a few extra days. That's fine, Burton, because we've been gone for 2 weeks and just got back a couple of days ago. Rock Ridge, that's where Choo Choo go. Thank you, man, Burton. And so this letter actually is the way he is. He's very enthusiastic, very energetic, and here we have it right here, the Blazing Saddles hat. I can't believe this is actually happening. Thank you, Burton. This is very kind. It's a little bit small. I have a big head here, so let's stretch this. Let's stretch this out, and let's see what we got here. And there we go. Okay, so Burton, I promised you that I'm going to give you one of these Life Over Coffee hats. So I need to know, do you want this green one or do you want this black one? Now, by the way, this is genuine leather here, like what would be on a saddle on a horse, so you're familiar with it. So you tell me, do you want this green cap or do you want this black one? You can have one or the other, and it is our gift to you, and thank you so much. And so there's a little story on our travels, and I appreciate the opportunity. 87 years old and full of energy, loving the Lord and doing public speaking and still going strong. He and Mel Brooks, he told me, are the only two people that are living from the movie. And again, it was 50 years ago, 1974. But he is continuing going out there. He was actually playing a golf tournament here in Greenville, and so he was on the plane from Greenville to Dallas, and that's how we met. So there you have it. Thank you, Burton. It's very kind of you. I appreciate you giving me the hat, and let me know, do you want a, excuse me, a black or a green one, and it's coming your way.